How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I do have to say really quickly before starting today's video, I do have to kind of apologize a little bit. As some of you may know, I've been doing daily uploads now for a while, and for some reason, like the past 5 days, I did not upload, and there's a good reason behind that. I came down with a pretty bad cold. Now that it's getting like winter time, the weather's getting cold or whatever, just came down with like pretty bad illness. Took some time to recover. I actually did try to make a video a couple days ago, and my voice was just not having it at all. But now I'm feeling better. Hopefully we get back to that daily upload schedule that I was doing for like the past few months or so now. But anyways, today we're going to be looking at the possibility of electrification when it comes to the next generation of the Honda Civic Type R. Now, yes, I do know that the 11th gen Honda Civic, I guess the 11th gen Type R, pretty much just started being like released for sale, like on dealership, lots or whatever. But I think officially it was like initially officially revealed back like earlier this year, if that makes any sense. So the 11th gen Type R is obviously still new news. However, the Honda CEO was actually asked about the future of the Type R, whether it's going to go to an electric drivetrain, a hybrid drivetrain, or they're going to try to keep it with an internal combustion engine, or they're going to try to, seek some other form of carbon neutral powertrain, whether that's with a hydrogen powered drivetrain or anything like that. But yeah, his answer was a little bit vague, but also a little bit surprising as well. So before we get into that, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new down below. Also, if you've already been subscribed, click that little bell icon down there as well. That turns on post notifications and gets you guys notified every time that I do post a new video. All that stuff really does help me out a ton as a smaller car channel here on YouTube. But anyways, without wasting any more time, guys, we're looking at a Motor Trend article today, which will be I will leave linked down in the description below, excuse me. So if you want to go have a read for yourself, feel free to. But essentially today we're going to be looking at some AI generated renders of what a future Type R would potentially look like, as well as we're actually going to take a look at what the Honda executive said when it comes to the future of the Type R. So essentially the main gist of what he said, which you can see right here in the title of the article: Honda promises electrification will not kill the Type R. Essentially, strolling down here a little bit, Hideki Kakinumi, oh my god, excuse me, I completely butchered that name. Essentially, he's the lead engineer for Honda's Type R project, and he stated word for word that without Type R, there is no Honda. Now, I do know here in America, there was a while where there was not a Type R available. However, overseas they were still actively making Type R models for the Civics, and I think the Integras had Type Rs as well. Again, I'm not too much of a Honda and Acura fanboy, so if you guys know more, let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, that kind of starts off with a brief summary of the new 11th gen Type R. 315 horsepower. Obviously it is just a regular internal combustion engine, inline turbo 4-cylinder, pretty standard from what we've seen over the past couple Type Rs, to be honest with you, or pretty standard when it comes to the entire history of the Type R, to be completely honest with you. It's always either been naturally aspirated inline 4s or turbo inline 4s. But obviously so many cars nowadays, so many production cars, even just regular daily drivers have little turbochargers in it. It's pretty obvious that Honda would throw on a turbo for the new Type R, and it's not like it's unique or whatever. I'm pretty sure the regular Civics have that turbo engine as well. But here is one of, or I guess, and at the top, like this is the first one, but here, let's just scroll through some of these pictures. Now, yes, we do have an 11th gen Type R mixed in with these AI generated renders, but these are, again, AI generated renders from Motor Trend. They basically talk a little bit about it towards the end of the article, but essentially these are like 4 different scenarios of what a new like 12th gen Type R could potentially look like. Now, yes, these are very, very far-fetched and pretty unrealistic, But let me know down in the comments below which one you think you would like the most to see. For me personally, here's the first one, here's the second one, there's the third one, which I think the third one is honestly probably my favorite, but then they're all like a little bit wacky. And then here's the fourth one, and oh, actually there is a fifth one. There's the fifth one. The fifth one is kind of like I just think that that's just completely unrealistic. Same thing with the first one. I think that's a little bit silly as well. The second one, I could see a little bit of the silhouette, a little bit of that grill kind of there, but not really that much. And then the fourth one, I have no idea what's going on with the headlights right here. So by default, I guess, I feel like this would potentially be the most realistic, but this looks more like a kind of concept car, GT2, GT3 car, kind of like how the Envision 74 is with the Hyundai, where it's kind of part race car, part concept car, just this weird mix mash conglomerate, and yeah. So obviously these are nothing really actually accurate when it comes to any sort of prediction of how the next generation of the Type R would eventually look. But anyways, getting back to the article here, they basically asked this gentleman how like Honda is going to deal with like upcoming emissions and production regulations. And he said that for Honda, there's only new hurdles and new challenges to provide our customers the joy of driving. Yes, we will definitely be keen to bring further Type Rs. So essentially, they're not going to stop making Type Rs if, you know, they have to make them electric. So they're either going to, you know, stay with an internal combustion engine and either have it potentially hydrogen powered, because Honda is one of like the main manufacturers that is like researching a lot when it comes to like hydrogen power, hydrogen power trains, like when it comes to like keeping with an internal combustion engine. So that would probably, well, I guess the best case scenario for at least people like me would just stick with the regular internal combustion engine, gas powered, and call it a day. But I guess the second best scenario would be something like that, and then I guess third best, maybe a hybrid powertrain. Fourth best, if they have to, they're going to make it fully electric. But essentially they're not going to not make it, which is a very, very good sign and very good news for anyone out there that is a fan of the brand of Honda, and specifically of the brand, you know, the Type R brand. But yeah, I mean, we've seen that a couple times, I think, with manufacturers that have like stopped making cars because they feel like they just can't make an electric version or a hybrid version of them. But I personally feel like Honda is going to have no problem when it comes to the future years of the Type R, because I just think that the Type R, it's one of those cars that it's so like I feel like you can kind of work with an electric powertrain, if that makes any sense. Something like a Miata, which I talked about a couple videos back, something like an electric Miata, I feel like just would not work, just because of how Miatas have been. But I personally can definitely see an electric Type R in the future. Would I like it? Probably not, but I could definitely at least see it somewhat working. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of a potentially, you know, 12th gen electric Type R down in the comments below. Again, while you're down there, definitely be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and click that bell icon if you've already been subscribed. But thank you so much for sticking to the end of today's video. I really do appreciate your time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed today's video, click on either of these links right here to watch a similar video from this channel, or click on the little circle link right there to actually subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. I do appreciate all the support, but thank you for sticking to the end of this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day.